is a wonderful Wednesday here in the studio because Tom and I being joined now live from the Pembrokeshire Music Show, the Countryside Show. It is the one and only BB Skone. A very good morning.
Good morning, G&T. I'm the lemon in the G&T this morning. Bittersweet as usual. Lovely to talk to you.
Bittersweet as usual. And well, ahead of a wonderful weekend of music down in Tenby, before we get there, we're just chatting off air. You saw Bob Dylan recent night of the weekend.
I went to Swansea to see him on Sunday night. I've seen him before. First time was in the 60s. And I thoroughly enjoyed seeing him, but he's a bit like Marmite, and no disrespect to the Marmite manufacturers, but you either love him or hate him. A friend of mine was there. He said it was the best gig he had ever seen. He was so moved, but the man next to me fell asleep. So
music moves us in different ways, doesn't it, BB?
But what I liked about it was he was covering his Rough and Rowdy Ways album, which is very bluesy. We've got to talk about Tenby Blues in a minute. I wrote to Bob Dylan about 10 years ago asking him to come and play at Tenby, but he never got back to me. I don't know why.
He's a busy man. He's a busy man. 84 years old on that stage.
Yeah, 84. It is remarkable, and it was wonderful to be there. It's a great arena, actually.
It is.
It's the first time I've been there, and it's not too far from Pembrokeshire. Easy to get there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, talking of arenas and venues and blues, Tenby Blues Festival, back again.
Yeah, I know. It's our 19th year now. It would have been 20 if it hadn't been for that pesky COVID getting in the way. Yeah, we've got over 50 venues. 50 acts in over 24 venues from Friday to Sunday this coming weekend. And most of them are free. So I think it must be one of the biggest festivals in Pembrokeshire. It certainly is a wonderful community. The whole town of Tenby is alive over that weekend. And the venues include, major hotels like the Gilto, which you covered last week.
Yeah,
it's a wonderful hotel. It's one of our sponsors, like Pure West Radio. But you can also go into Fetchy's Chip Shop and enjoy a bit of music while eating your cod and chips as well. So there's a lot going on.
You've just touched there about 24 venues in Tenby. Well, there's not 24 venues in Tenby, but there are 24 rooms with different establishments, and you bring music to each and every one of them.
Almost everyone. And this year, Tom, because in previous years, people have said, oh, it was very crowded in the bowling club or the ex-servicemen's club or wherever it was. So we've put more venues on this year and more bands. And some of the venues are putting 2 bands on during the course of the day.
Wow.
So it'll be easier for you to get and have a look and listen to things.
I love that. And that forms part of the Tenby Blues Trail where you can walk around and, the whole town's going to be awash with music.
Yeah. From noon on Saturday until Saturday evening and noon on Sunday until Sunday evening. And that section of it is free, except for 2 gigs Saturday lunchtime where for the price of a pint, you can pay a £5 to get in. And we did this because, again, as a response to people said, oh, it's a bit crowded. Well, if you pay a £5 to get into those 2 trail gigs, then you guaranteed a seat and, of course, guaranteed good music. Yeah. We've got paying gigs as well. And if you enter our competition here at Pure West Radio, you can win tickets to those gigs worth over £100.
Yeah, more on that before we finish up. But those headline gigs then, BB, let us know about the venues for those and who we've got headlining the festival.
Well, late night at the Giltar. The Giltar is wonderful. It puts bands on the blues trail in the day, and in the evening it hosts the late night gigs. They start at midnight on Friday and midnight on Saturday, and they are hosted by the woman regarded as the Queen of Welsh Blues, Bella Collins.
Yeah.
She is well known, well beyond Wales, and she has sung and performed with Andy Fairweather Lowe, Eric Clapton's band leader, because he's from Cardiff as well as her. So she holds it all together. She has a trio, she plays a bit, but anyone can get up. You can get up and sing, Tom, or Eugenia as well if you came along. And it often goes on until daylight. But although I've never stayed up late enough because I'm working at the festival.
I was going to say, do you stay up for the whole weekend? Because you won't want to miss anything.
Yeah, well, it is because the late night session is really good because the visiting artists, say the Americans or whoever we've have, Andy Fairweather Low, I've just mentioned, he'll come down to the late night session perhaps and play. So you never know what is going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there thinking, I know my phone's going to go at 7:30 in the morning with somebody saying, well, where are we playing? What time are we on? And yeah, so I do go to bed fairly early, really, unfortunately. Then you get up and the next day people say, oh, it was just such and such was wonderful. So
they turned up unannounced and they were singing. It was a once in a lifetime opportunity in the middle of the night.
That's right. So that's the Guilter. Those are the late night ones. As I've already said, we've got lunchtime concerts on the Saturday. One is in the acoustic stage, which is in Church House, next to St. Mary's Church, and the other is in the De Valence itself. And that's where the main headliners are in the evening. Each night, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we've got 3 acts on. So 9 acts in all. And you pay to get into those, obviously. In fact, paying to get into those gigs helps subsidize the free gigs on the Blues Trail.
Of course.
So this year, I'm really excited about the headliners. We've got Urja Littonen. I think that's the right way to pronounce it. She's a fantastic Finnish rock blues guitarist, world famous in her own right. But on Saturday, we've got the first ever UK appearance of the man who's touted as the next BB King, not BB Skone, BB King. And it's the first ever UK appearance for this young man. And I'm really looking forward to seeing him and playing. Tickets are selling really well. So go to tenbyblues.co.uk to get them or enter the competition.
Of course.
I can't remember what you got to do.
We're going to go to that for you now. The details on the website, it's great because you've got a list of all the different artists. The poster's got a real long list of different people that are going to be taking to the stage, which is amazing. And yes, you can get a weekend ticket. So this covers everything.
The Guilter, the De Valence and Church House, all those, it's worth over 100 quid, about 120 quid, I think. And you can get into all of those as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Jean, remind us how we can get our hands on these tickets on our Facebook right now.
Well, you'd be silly not to get involved with this because it is super simple. What you need to do is head over to our Facebook page. You're going to see this comp pinned right at the top so you can't miss it. You need to make sure that you like the post, share the post, and there are 4 tickets up for grabs. So make sure that you tag the friends who you would like to bring with you, and that is it.
Yeah, that closes tomorrow at 5 p.m. So just in time for the weekend and those headline acts on that Friday, Saturday and Sunday. You've given us some names, BB. What's a surprise act that you think that people might not have heard of, or maybe a local act on the Blues Trail that you think that's actually that's on my list of ones I want to sneakily go and get into?
Well, we always have local acts because that's really important to us to promote local acts. For example, the Hideaway Trio are playing, and they're always well worth seeing, very underrated. And I'd also like to say, you know, someone might say, "Oh, blues isn't my bag," you know. Blues, as you two are musicians, and some of the listeners are musicians. Hello, listeners out there. Blues underpins all modern pop and rock music. Without it, it wouldn't be that. And blues, well, I mentioned BB King. He sang a song called "The Blues Had a Baby" and they called it rock and roll. But actually, the blues had triplets or octuplets because at our Blues Trail, you'll not only hear rock and roll, you'll hear bits of country, you'll hear soul, gospel, funk. All of it is rhythm and blues, the old rhythm and blues, R&B. All of that is part of what the blues community is all about. So you will particularly see bands that don't just play the 12-bar blues all the time. So, I'm looking forward to seeing the headliner on Sunday night. Aisha Khan and their Rajas. They've come all the way from London. They've got members who played with a lot of well-known jazz and blues bands and soul bands over the years, but they've come together, great 6-piece band, and they play a really good danceable jump jive, kind of 50s. You imagine jive of the 50s, the big dresses. Tom's got one on now. You can't see that. The big dress. I don't know. What do they call them? Jeannie, you'll know, with all the petticoats.
A rockabilly.
Oh, yeah, like a rockabilly, rockabilly style.
The rockabilly style. And they play. So we're going to really end the festival in style with them. Aja Khan and Araj, as they call it. I think we're going to hear some of them. Maybe
we are going to hear. We're going to have Wolf at My Door play for us very shortly after our What's Ons at Pembrokeshire National Park. There's only one thing which I'm going to be reiterating when that comes around. And of course, BB, you are the voice of the Pembrokeshire Music Show, highlighting great local artists every Sunday from 7 p.m.
Yeah. This Sunday, I've got, I'm really excited. I've got Louis O'Hara from Pembroke Dock in session. He's a really lovely gentleman. He's moved back to Pembrokeshire. He now runs a studio at Carew and Carmarthen, and he's made a brand new LP released on Libertina Records of Carmarthen. And it really is a beautiful record stuff.
Yeah.
What am I saying?
And you pick out local artist of the week. This week, you got Glenn Peters on rotation on the daytime show, The Quiet Travel, and Drive Time. Yeah,
Rosagilwyn, Glenn Peters. Interesting character. He runs the art centre at Rosagilwyn, but he's an Anglo-Indian. He came to this country as a teenager in the 60s, and the whole album recorded with the cream of Scottish talent. And played live at Rosagilwyn 2 weeks ago with the cream of Pembrokeshire talent. Chronicles his experiences as an Anglo-Indian, but it's not. I know it's a hot topic, immigration at the moment, but there's no rancor. He loves this country and he sings about it with great affection. Really worth checking out.
And the music reflects that. The track the other day was wonderful. So catch that. The first play for today will be around about 10:30 on your daytime show with Quiet Travel, who are going to be live from the Bridge Innovation Centre in Pembroke Dock for the Supplier to Buyer event with Visit Pembrokeshire. BB Skone, we better let you get some rest, I suppose. You've got quite a weekend ahead of you.
Well, I got the dentist ahead of me shortly.
So come on then, Gina, any last questions from you?
Just that I know it is going to be absolutely incredible this weekend. If you love your live music, then please do head on down to Tenby for the Tenby Blues Festival. Get dressed up, get that lipstick on, get those dresses on, and just have some fun.
Have some fun.
There'll be plenty of fun. It's a great community.
It will. Aja Khan, Wolf Out My Door, is going to be playing for us in just a few short moments here on your breakfast show, where we're playing on Scrambled SM Bespoke Care for a prize at the Giltire Hotel. A 3-course Sunday lunch and a bottle of wine is going to be handed out at the end of the month. That closes in 10 minutes' time. BB Skone, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Bye, Gina. Bye, Tom.
We are Pure West Radio.